And for the 76ers, on the block, it's Tucker next to Embiid. Tyrese Maxey out there with Harden, and it's Harris in at the 3 spot.
When you have an MVP caliber player like Joel Embiid, you have to be in win mode now, and the Sixers are doing everything they can to get their big fella to the finals.
Giddey finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Giddey. To the paint. Uncovered. Muscala hits the button. Is it hard, Richard, to balance the present and the future if you're a team like the 76ers?
No. You should have 100% focus on here and now. Why? Because players like Embiid only come around every 20, 30 years in your franchise. So you should just hedge all of your bets and try and get it done while you have the window.
And it feels like that is truly the direction. There's no deviating from it at all.
No, that's the direction. You look at the champion.
Put it down!
Whoa! My gracious, way to get up.
And even if Gilgeous-Alexander isn't the fastest guy out there, he stays in balance. It helps him to be effective on his drives.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. All right, Richard, we're right in the middle of the season, right in the thick of things. What is your main concern if you're a player playing at this particular portion of the schedule?
Your main concern is staying focused on the game of basketball. We understand everybody's been traded. I've been traded. You've been traded. I've been traded on the deadline before. So your goal is like, how do I just keep focused on basketball? That is the hardest thing. So that's always the trade deadline. You're not worried about anything else other than how do I keep playing my best. Now, he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Now the 76ers with it. Here's Harris. Dort grabs the miss. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And Embiid with the block.
Yeah, defensively, Embiid can take over a game with his reach. Big block from him there.
Good.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Giddey against Maxey. There's the steal. Embiid finds Harden. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Pass to Maxey. 6 to shoot. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And powering into the first week of the new year. Here's a brand new look at the power rankings. Take a look at the Cavaliers. They're moving on up. 4th spot in the rankings this time around.
And right now for the 76ers, they were billed as a team to watch. And they've had some great wins this year. And they have a real chance to continue moving up that list.
So for the 76ers, their last game, a win against the Pistons. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Out to Harris. And stolen by Giddey. Passes it to Bazley. Shoots from 12. Jump shot is good that time.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
Well, James Harden's still a tremendous player, but now in his early 30s, some question, can he be the dominant MVP force we saw in Houston?
Lock at 6. And they double up Embiid. Rebound by Muscala.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
Here's Giddey. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And Greg Harden in recent years dealing with hamstring injuries. Has he lost a step to age or injury?
You know, probably a little of both, but we've seen players with a new diet or training regimen get back to peak production. Hopefully, he can as well.
Embiid wide open. The 76ers again can't hit it.
And to put things simply, this has not been his quarter.
Dort misses. The 76ers trailed by 4. There's the pass to Embiid. The jump hook. Good. And Harris gets the assist.
Just a beautiful job of scanning the floor, finding the open man. Harris looking to involve his teammates.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds Dort. Oklahoma City moving it around. Pass to Muscala. A 3-ball. Traps in the tray.
Mike Muscala.
Muscala's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, Dort makes the smart play there. He spots a wide-open shooter and just gets him the ball.
Harden the pass to Maxey. Kicks to Tucker. And it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with the rebound. Down low, here's Muscala, and the rejection by Embiid. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. The 76ers trail. Pass to Tucker. On the wing, Harden. Back to Tucker. Maxey looking it over. And they double up Embiid. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. The last encounter was in Oklahoma City.
Scoring efficiency was an issue in that one. Took them too many shots to get their points.
Yeah, it looked like they were settling out there, not moving the ball enough to generate the type of shots that they wanted.
Here's Dort. Unable to get that one. Some solid defense from Harris. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Shot on the wing. That one off the back iron and out.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Muscala finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Second shot opportunity. That shot missing. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
Yeah, I felt like they attacked, but with a purpose. They knew what they wanted to accomplish coming in.
The coaching staff has been happy with how well they've executed the game plan. They operated as a cohesive unit.
You know, one thing, Greg, the Thunder have done a great job drafting international players.
Players like Serge Ibaka, Steven Adams in the past, a few good ones on this current roster as well. Credit the OKC scouts for just finding guys all over the world.
And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Harrell, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Daniel House comes in for Tobias Harris. D'Anthony Melton, he's checked in for Maxey. And it's Shake Milton in for James Harden. Milton the pass to Embiid. Here's Mann. Over Milton. Mann can't hit. The 76ers trailed by 3. And here's Milton. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Embiid, no good.
Well, his shooting is unfortunately not a big thing, and his lackluster accuracy is probably the thing that's keeping them behind.
Williams passes to Joe. Back to Williams.
And some added toughness on the roster. Something Philly knew they needed after last year's playoffs. The hope is adding scrappy veterans like P.J. Tucker and D'Anthony Melton will help them further this go round.
And so he hits both. 43 seconds left in the first quarter. Passes to Harrell. On the wing, Melton. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
We see this so often. Embiid makes a strong move, drawing contact, and completes the play.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. The free throw drops for Embiid. 29 seconds left here in the opening quarter. The pass to Joe. Here's Williams. Muscala with the ball. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Heat in Miami.
Yeah, but I like how he defended as well. You know, he got a couple blocks in that game and just an all-around great effort.
Milton the pass to Embiid. Over Muscala. Oh, and he nails it just in time.
One eye on the rim, one on the clock. What a play.
Boy, that was close. Got it in just in the nick of time.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Thunder lead by 3. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And for the Thunder guys, what stands out to you so far?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Their points came almost exclusively from beyond the arc. And as this game continues, that should open up the floor for the rest of their offense.
So with Harden on the bench, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers right now. Matisse Thybulle's out there with the Anthony Melton. Then there's Harrell, and it's Niang in at the force line.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Melton passes to Thybulle. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Here's Bazley. 23 points for him the last game against the Heat in Miami. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
That's his second.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Thunder. And Philadelphia making a change here. Harden's checked in. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low number.
Harden inside the three-point line. Can't hit that one. So the Thunder will take it the other way.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. George. And that one is hammered home.
And this is Gilgeous-Alexander's responsibility to find his guys when they're open.
And Greg Anthony for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Part of a growing trend in this NBA, giving his team length in the backcourt.
Yeah, 6'6" with a 6'11" wingspan. He can see over the top of the defense. He helps you on the glass, and he can switch onto front court players defensively. That's what teams are looking for nowadays.
The 76ers trailed by 10. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Harden the pass to Niang. Chalk up 2 there.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Pass to Bazley. Outside, Dort. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Harden. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
That's it, and the Oklahoma City lead is cut down to just 6 points on the bucket from Harrell.
And improving as a shot maker every year. Harrell has to be accounted for defensively.
Outside, Dort. And Gilgeous-Alexander the bucket on the assist by Dort. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his second bucket of the night. And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here. You know, Greg, we know to win at the highest level, you need your star players to show up in the big games. With that in mind, what's the key?
You know, it's their will and their ability to fight. If you look at the great ones, even when things haven't gone their way, they continue to scratch and claw and do everything in their power to try and get the W.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Harris comes in for Harrell, and Maxey subbed in for Matisse Thybulle. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Thank you, guys. Now, Tobias Harris has been the leading scorer on teams in the NBA, but on the Sixers, he understands his role is different. He says, I'm not a guy who's going to press for looks. The ball's going to flow how it flows, and I just got to be ready when the opportunity comes my way. That's what winning basketball is all about. Kevin?
David, thank you. And the replay demonstrating once again how aggressive that defense was.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
Niang. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Outside, Dort. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Passes it to Baisley. 5 on the clock. Here's Dort. No good on the triple.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Korkmaz passes to Harden. Over Williams. That shot, no good. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. They've led by as much as 10.
And this Thunder team in desperate need of a veteran. Someone on their way out that can still be productive and provide some leadership for the young guy.
Outside, Maxey. Count that one.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. So now, how does Oklahoma City, Greg, get back into the mix in the Western Conference?
Kevin, it's going to be tough. Just so much inexperience on the roster right now. Keeping the core here, yeah, but experienced players to fill out that roster.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Muscala's checked in.
Well, some trips you get the shot you want, it just doesn't fall. I'd go back to him in that area on the floor.
Harden against Gilgeous-Alexander. Korkmaz kicks to Harris. And here's Harden for 3. It's rebounded by Giddey. Giddey's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you got to shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
And the 76ers call time here. This team has credited Giddey's background for shaping him as a player.
You know, he grew up in a house dominated by basketball. Both his parents played professionally in Australia, and that goes a long way toward developing your basketball IQ.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Joel Embiid. He's checked in for George Niang. P.J. Tucker comes in for Harris. Danuel House is checked in for Korkmaz. And it's Shake Milton in for James Harden. Outside, Maxey. And there's the pass to Milton. It's up a 3. The 76ers again can't hit it. Here's Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
The reach of Embiid, with his size and wingspan, he's a real threat on the offensive glass.
2 minutes remaining.
Outside, Dort.
2 minutes.
Pass to Williams. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over.
And Tucker has it in the corner. Back to Maxey. Takes a 3. You can't hit that time. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
I mean, they went into that one with the thought that they may have a chance. No.
You don't see a lot of blowouts in the NBA, so you're surprised whenever you see a lopsided score.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
.103 left in the first half of the game. Milton the pass to House. Left side, Maxey. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Tucker can't get it to go. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
Joe passes to Dort. Here's Mann. Over Milton. Mann can't hit. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And they double up Embiid. To the left wing. Here's Maxey. And the 76ers get it back. Embiid finds Maxey. Back to Embiid. Outside, Maxey. From outside, off the mark. It could go. It's not going to go for him. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game.
Your 76ers.
Kevin, thanks.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. A competitive matchup for Oklahoma City in the first quarter. Their biggest lead in the first, 5 points. And that...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Joel Embiid has been sensational.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
The question now is, will the defense keep letting him punish them inside? Or did Coach have some new ideas for them?
So for Oklahoma City right now, we'll see Dort and Baisley playing it forward. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Josh Giddey. And it's Muscala in at the 5 down low. And from college to the pros, Richard, you played for some legendary coaching. And speaking of coaching, that's something you've ever entertained doing?
I never have, and I never will. Coaching, the amount of hours that you have to spend sounds exhausting. I love my job right now, and you know why I love my job? Because I get to work with you.
Oh, listen, the feeling's mutual. Maxey against Giddey. And there's Embiid. That's good on the assist by Maxey. Maxey's got 3 assists now in this one. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Dort. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Muscala. Yep, that one goes in there.
Mike Muscala.
Muscala's got 9 points.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile One drive that happened a moment ago.
And that's the kind of bucket they needed. Close game in the second half. Great finish on that one.
A staple of Harden's attack. His three-point shot is about as lethal as it gets.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Embiid. He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots at the game right here.
And certain teams take on the attitude of their city. And over the years, Philadelphia has been one of the Sixers known for having tough teams, much like the town.
Maxey passes to Harden. From past the arc. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Baisley's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Giddey kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. And Greg, you mentioned the 76ers have taken on the identity of Philadelphia. In your estimation, how?
You know, you go all the way back to the 80s. This has been a team that plays hard, focuses on defense, gritty, much like their city. So they tend to play with a chip on their shoulder.
Passes it to Giddey. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Maxey finds Harden. On the wing, Harris. And they double up Embiid for the lead. Kicks it out to Harden. On the wing, Harris. He's looking for Embiid and finds him from deep. And it's Tobias Harris with the 3. Harris has got the lead up to 1 now for the 76ers. Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
And I feel like one of the more underrated aspects of Embiid's game is his passing.
He understands that teams are going to bring 2, sometimes 3. You have to make quick decisions with the ball when that happens. Embiid, he embraces that challenge.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Harrell, he's checked in for Embiid. Matisse Thybulle comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for Maxey. Williams, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. That one good for 2. Dort's got his 2nd basket of the game.
Very good inside. Dort's got great upper body strength.
Harden the pass to Harrell. Back to Harden. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. To the inside. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Lets the three fly. Dort misses.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Here's Harden on the wing. Harrell kicks to Harden. Another three for Philadelphia.
Dangerous with and without the rock. Harden is accurate on the catch and shoot.
Harden against Gilgeous-Alexander. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the game tied up here for the Thunder. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Well, the Thunder are trying to build something that will last. The front office says you stick to your principles, your values, and you think long term. We're focused on building a sustainably great team and continue to be forward-facing in that respect. Kevin, back to you.
It's a good philosophy, and they're not looking for any shortcuts, which is admirable. David, thanks. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
That's his
He's
second
upped his
personal
aggressiveness, wanting to get to the line more and doing just that.
The Thunder have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7.
And looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
Harden dishes to Harrell. Back to Harden. Now the pass to Harris. Over Williams. Nice touch on the bank shot. Harris has got 5 points now this quarter.
And this is why you get Harris the rock inside. They can trust his judgment down there.
Williams inside. Defended by Thibault. And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. Some changes for Philadelphia. George Niang, he's checked in for Tobias Harris. Daniel House comes in for Matisse Thybulle. And it's Shake Milton in for James Harden. And a switcher also for Oklahoma City. Muscala's checked in.
Guys, not much more a defender can do in that situation. Harrell with the focus and the strength to just power through the contact.
Pass to Joe. And here is Williams. Doesn't go for him.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Milton passes to Niang. Now Harrell. He's guarded by Williams. Not loose. And pushing it up here. Here is Oklahoma City. The turnaround. And the rejection by Harrell. Here is House. He's guarded by Williams. On the wing, Milton. He kicks it to House. Shot clock at 5. Here's Milton. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Oklahoma City trailing. 1:15 left to play in the third. Man can't hit. Here's Milton. Here's Niang. Williams with the block.
Philadelphia foul.
The Thunder have made 7 free throws and missed 3 in this game.
That's his first personal foul.
The first free throw is good. And some changes here for the 76ers.
At the line for the
Joel
Thunder.
Embiid comes in for Montrezl Harrell. And it's Korkmaz in for George Niang.
This team thinks they should be up in front, but at least they tied it up.
Milton the pass to Embiid. Milton kicks to Korkmaz. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest, going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
Philadelphia with the ball. Back to Milton. The feed now to Embiid. Score the basket, his 8th. 8 for 13 from the floor.
And he's made his mark on offense especially. They got to be thankful he's on their squad.
Pass to Joe. Williams kicks to Williams. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Joe. He's guarded by Melton. And they'll get another chance. With 1 second left. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Nice work to get it inside and draw contact.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
6 seconds left in the third. Here's Maxey. And he finishes nicely on the way. Maxey's got the lead up to 2 now for the 76ers. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. 76ers lead by 2. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action.
The Thunder, 44.
And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. On the block, it's Tucker next to Embiid. Tyrese Maxey out there with Harden. And it's Harris in at the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
And slam dunk by Maxey.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
That's the last thing you need to happen down the stretch. Let's see how they respond to the devastating punch.
Here's Williams. Here's Dort. Out left to the wing. To Gilgeous-Alexander. Just 4 to shoot. Over Harden. Here's Baisley. Basket counts.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for him.
Harden the pass to Embiid. Shoots from 14. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And that's life above the rim. Courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam King. Dort passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. At the top of the key, Williams. It's Dort on the wing. Giddey, no one around him. Cans it from downtown.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Embiid kicks to Maxey. And the 3 off target.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And trying for the go-ahead basket, it doesn't go in. Harden against Gilgeous-Alexander. Kicks it out to Harden. They grab their own miss. Here's Embiid. Can't get it to fall. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, Embiid just terrorizes defenses on the inside. Good luck guarding the big fella.
Well, Greg, what can you say about Joel Embiid's growth from a leadership perspective? Pretty impressive, isn't it?
Tremendous, Kevin. Carrying the Sixers with everything they went through, even though he came in second in MVP voting 2 years in a row, no player more important to his team than Joel Embiid.
Williams passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Dort misses. Philadelphia leading by 3. Harden outside. Pass to Embiid. Kicks it out to Harden. The 76ers with another miss.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Here's Williams. No good that time. Some solid defense from Harris. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds.
Oklahoma City ball.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Muscala's checked in.
Mike Muscala.
Maxey against Giddey. And he drives in. He gets that one. Giddey's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And that's right in his wheelhouse. Looking to make an impact when it counts.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
D'Anthony Melton. He's checked in for the 76ers. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Doc Rivers said to his team. His concern was both their inconsistency and their amount of three-point shots. He said, let's move the ball for good shots. If you have an open three, take it. Otherwise, let's attack the rim and put some pressure on these guys. Kevin?
Thanks, David.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Tucker. And he converts the layup. And it's a 6-point Philadelphia lead.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down. And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
It's because he's reading where the shots are going and getting to the right position, just outworking everyone early on the glass.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side. Look, some of James Harden's career numbers are crazy, but he's also got a lot of firsts to go along with those overall totals, like the first 60-point triple-double.
That's good, and the 76ers lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from George.
Some physicality there from Lou, pushing past the contact and into the shot.
And Tucker kicks to Melton. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Right wing. Shot clock at 6. Kicks it out to Harden. That's in, coming off the assist from Embiid. Embiid's got 3 assists now in this one. And Harden was the first player to average 35 points and 7 assists in a season.
Yeah, and that was in the 2018-19 season. The same year, he was also the first player to score at least 30 points against every other team. No one had done that since the NBA expanded in 2004.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Joel Embiid.
And he's been dialed in from the field, Kevin. Good on over 60% of his attempts. They've been working the ball around well, and he's benefited with a lot of open looks. And boy, has he made the most of them.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. Outside, Dort. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. The pass to Dort. Pass to Baisley. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. They get it back.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Pass to Tucker. On the wing, Harris. Embiid with it. Defended by Dort. Embiid dishes to Harris. Embiid kicks to Melton. Offline with his 3. Thunder trailing by 10. From 12 feet out. Passes to Giddey. The 3. That one's rebounded by Embiid.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. They've got to have better shot selection.
On the wing, Harris. The pass to Harden. Back to Melton. And here's Harris from the arc. The Thunder pull it in. Giddey's got 6 rebounds in the game. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. A baseline J. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Harden the pass to Embiid. And they double up Embiid. Kicks it out to Harden. Embiid trying to break loose. A new 14 for the 76ers. Tucker finds Harris. Now, here is Harden. From outside the arc, Dort grabs the miss.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that
Assisted
possession.
by
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells a story of how well you are playing team offense.
Harden the pass to Embiid. To the wing right side. And Embiid throws it down.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
It's always nice to perform like this, especially in front of the faithful home crowd.
The shot's good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
Alexander.
And it's not the highlight reel plays that make Gilgeous-Alexander effective. It's the little things, like his lethal mid-range jumper.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Harden looking it over. On the wing, Harris. Defended by Dort. A fader. They get it back. Embiid. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
That's his first.
The size and skills of Embiid, it just makes him a tough cover. Sometimes you just got to foul the big fella.
Joel Embiid at the line for 2.
And Embiid drops them both.
Those free throws are the nail in the coffin, guys.
From deep. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity. And this is what they came out to do.
Each and every one.
And now let's go over to David Aldridge from the sideline for an interview with our player of the game. Hey, David.
Great night, everybody.